What's in a name? Everything. The power of a name has long been immortalized in prose, poetry, and history. It is your face to the world, your ambassador of quality that reflects your ideals and aspirations. Thompson's, a name, a family, a tradition of excellence. So it is with Thompson's Buick GMC dealership at 55 Placerville Drive, home of new and used Buick and GMC cars, trucks, and SUVs. At Thompson's, each of our professional and friendly sales staff are here to meet or exceed your highest expectations. And our professional staff and factory-trained and certified technicians will keep your car, truck, or SUV running in perfect condition. That's Thompson's Buick GMC, where you are always treated like family.
Everybody, welcome to California Bountiful. I'm your host, Tracy Sellers. You know, Sacramento is known for being a lot of things. It has a rich history here in California, and of course, it's the state capital of California. But they're trying to create a new identity as the destination for cutting-edge cuisine that is truly farm fresh. Let's go check it out. Come on.
My name's Adam Peckel. I'm the executive chef and owner of Thule Bistro and Restaurant 13. I've been cooking ever since my teens. I've always had an interest for food. I went to culinary school in New York and have been kind of chasing the dream ever since then. And I think like a lot of young chefs, I always wanted to own my own restaurant. When I opened Thule Bistro about 5 years ago, you know, Sacramento, I mean, we're still growing as a culinary town, and I think I had a pretty good idea of what Sacramento was looking for, and I knew what I wanted to do, and I kind of met in the middle, and I brought a pretty simple cuisine. We've got pizzas and we've got fresh pastas, but then we get some fun ingredients in there. We're doing whole fish out of the wood-burning oven, and you know, now that I own restaurants and have sought after lots and lots of product, whether it's meat or produce or anything, that what we have access to here in Sacramento is just by far as good as it gets.
My name is Paul Poor. I work for Feeding Crane Farms.
One of our newer farms in town, Feeding Crane Farms, is one of my new favorites. They consider themselves an urban farm. They're within city limits, and they're growing some of the best, most amazing stuff yet. And I've had the opportunity to work very closely with them.
I'll talk to the chefs. I'll make sure what we're giving them is what they want. I love seeing the look on their faces when they open the box to inspect it, and they're just like, wow. Right here we have our rainbow chard, one of our biggest producers on the farm and one of our best leafy greens that we produce. What this is the base of our salad mix. These are the spicy components that we have. Right here is a rounded arugula. The middle we have a purple mizuna. And on the far end over here is our Ruby Streak mustard. Our salad mix is the one thing we cannot keep in the row whatsoever. We deliver probably anywhere from 50 to over 100 pounds a week.
I see what they're doing, and it's interesting. I've seen them as kind of a startup. They've been in the game for just about 2 years now, and they're getting some great traction. The produce is amazing, and they're really going the extra step to bring the chefs what they need.
So Adam knows how to pick his people and pick them well, and they all support him 100% and are amazingly behind him.
It's interesting. Sometimes there's, you know, farmers are farmers and chefs are chefs, and sometimes they don't quite meet. But the people that work at Feed and Crane, they really have a good understanding of what chefs need, and whether it's just delivery times or exactly how the product should be, they're very sympathetic to the needs of chefs, because we've got the needs of the people, and they don't have any patience. So it's nice to have purveyors behind you that understand those ins and outs, and if I need to order something and I need it in an hour, if you can get it to me, that's great.
We are a small town. We are a cow town. We are the city of trees. So I mean, we're not a huge town like New York. We don't get the recognition like LA or San Francisco, but we are just as big. We are just as busy, and our food is a lot better because of the freshness from the farms around us.
I think Sacramento has a great foundation in the culinary world, and it's been a place that needs more attention in the culinary world, and I've tried to add a little bit of that.
And if you're hungry, you can check out more information about Thule's Bistro here on our website at californiabountiful.com. And stay with us, because coming up next, we're going crazy for kale. Let me tell you, crazy. Stay with us.
Hi, my name is John Ledbetter. I work at Boca Nova Restaurant in Jack London Square, Oakland, California. I love cooking with simple ingredients, seasonal ingredients. I like using the right things at the right times, and I like to do 10 ingredients or less, preferably always. What we do in this business is we highlight food. And you can't highlight food unless you're using the best of what you can get. And if you can't do that, you should either try to do it or you should go do something else.
So we're at the downtown Sacramento Farmers Market learning what to pick for good nutrition, and who better to ask than my buddy, Timmerie Hagenberger. She is the nutrition professor and a registered dietitian. So today we're talking about kale, and everybody is crazy for kale. We were just talking about it off camera. What do we do with kale? Why is it so good for us? And how do we pick out kale?
Well, it is a green, one of the dark green leafy vegetables, which it's part of the brassica family, which includes broccoli and cauliflower and Brussels sprouts and all the wonderful cancer-fighting phytonutrients. So kale is revered for its vitamin A and C and K and E, and then all of these, there's 45 different phytonutrients.
So you want one with no holes, probably.
You want to limit the amount of holes, yes, and sturdy, not wilted leaves. These are tender. The smaller, the more tender, and the more mild with flavor.
So we just got home from the market, and we are going to make something incredible with the kale.
Yes, we are.
All right.
A crunchy treat. So when we get home, we want to make sure that we put the kale into an ice bath. And this will let all the little debris and any kind of dust from the field.
So these have been soaking for about 5 minutes.
Yes, yes. And so now we're ready to take them off the stem.
Okay.
Now, whenever you see recipes, it always says to discard the stems. Do not. Keep them and chop them up and put them into salads. I put them into soups. I put them into stir fries, and I just chop them like celery.
That's a great idea.
Exactly. So we're putting them into a salad spinner because we're going to want to spin off all of the water.
Okay.
So that's as easy as that is.
Okay.
So when we get that full, we'll just put that little lid on and spin away.
There we go.
And then they'll be ready to season and stick in the oven. We're making kale chips.
So we've spun the kale, and now we are ready for something called massaging the kale.
Yes. Okay, so you need to get out your aggression.
Finally. Okay,
yes,
good.
this is it.
Okay.
So we've got the kale in there.
Now, why are we doing this? Why are we...
We're breaking down the cells a little bit, and that actually will release more of the nutrients.
Really? Okay. Will it make it taste better, or...?
Just the texture typically is going to be a little softer. But the phytonutrients, really work on it.
It's been a long week. Sorry, kale.
Now, you can do a really simple kale chip with just soy sauce, or we're gonna do a seasoned kind of sweet and savory. Okay? So we're gonna add some ingredients here. We have chili garlic sauce, maple syrup, little soy sauce, almond butter, and then some zest and lime. Okay, lime juice.
Okay, very simple ingredients.
Simple ingredients. We'll just
and that's the great thing. You can really add whatever you want.
Any flavor that you want. Okay, but now it gets messy. So before it was just aggressions. Now
it's messy aggression.
Messy aggressions. Exactly.
Okay.
All right. So are you?
We're ready. We're diving in. Let's
so just dive in. Just mix really well. That almond butter's gonna stick, so you want to really get in there. It's kind of a Thai smell, kind of Thai flavor, because we've got the. You could do this also with peanut butter if you didn't want almonds.
Okay, but just options. Options for. I mean, you could make kale chips just with a little salt and whatever.
And like we do, my family favorite is just soy sauce. Just a little bit of soy sauce. And that's it.
Just to give it a little something.
Just a little saltiness. Okay, so we've got all of this kale nice and mixed. So that's all we need to do now is just put it on cookie sheet.
Excellent.
We just want to separate these out a little bit, so
just so they bake really evenly.
Now the trick with kale chips is low heat. So like 280.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you could also do them in the dehydrator if you wanted to keep it raw.
That's a good tip.
But you can do it about 280 degrees and maybe 7 minutes, 8 minutes. So we're at 280.
So while we're waiting for the kale chips to cook, Timmery thought she would whip up something else with kale, and this is a great idea for incorporating kale into other things. You've chopped it really fine.
Yes, I've chopped it kind of like confetti.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So what we're going to do is make a pizza. So we have a piece of lavash bread, and I've toasted it just so that it's crunchy. I like crunchy pizza.
Okay.
So here is a tomato sauce. Okay. That I've actually added secretly. I've added collard greens and carrots to it, but don't tell anybody. Now the accoutrements. Now we do like sun-dried tomatoes in this house, but they tend to burn, so we put them underneath the kale.
Oh, okay. That's a good tip.
So we'll put some sun-dried tomatoes here. Now we want to be very generous with the kale.
Okay.
So don't be shy about this kale. So we really want to do a whole bed of it.
Okay.
Okay, and we kind of bring it out all the way to the edge. And it'll wilt down just a little. It won't get soggy like spinach will though.
Okay.
It'll stay nice texture. And then we're gonna add some olives. And these are just green olives.
And you can add whatever you want.
Oh,
this is
your
just an
favorites.
option. Exactly.
Definitely.
Whatever pizza items you want.
Make your own.
Yeah.
Everybody makes their own. Everybody has half a
See, that's
lavash
great.
bread. And then we have,
My favorite.
artichoke hearts. Yes. So we'll do a couple artichoke hearts. And then I really like red onion, and I do a pickled red onion.
Oh,
and
that's beautiful.
Just for color. Now, because nothing really needs to be cooked, we just want to warm it up, we can just stick it right in the oven after those kale chips come out.
Okay,
just for a couple of minutes to heat it through and wilt that kale just a little bit.
That's perfect.
And that's it.
And like all of our other things we're doing, this recipe is on our website, so you can check it out. Easy to make.
Easy. All right,
Here we
hot stuff. Okay.
These look good.
So let's put some on a plate here. Yeah. Yes, you do. Here. You can try one right there. What do you think?
Oh, hot? Too hot?
These are pretty hot. Pretty hot stuff.
These are awesome, Mom. Can you make these again?
Yes,
like
we
them
can
also?
make them again, of course.
Ooh,
All smiles.
they're so crunchy.
Very crunchy.
I think they're supposed to be crunchy. Good job.
Way to go, Mom. And if you'd like Timmery's recipes, well, you can check them out at our website, CaliforniaBountiful.com. And stay with us because there's more California Bountiful coming right up.
My name is Patrick Mulvaney, and my wife Bobbin and I own Mulvaney's Building and Loan. It's a restaurant, banquet hall, and a catering facility here in Sacramento, California. Focus on local, seasonal food, so our menu changes every day, and it all depends on what the farmer brings in the front door. Every day brings a new excitement here because of the farmers that are around here. Everybody brings it in here to our restaurant so that we can put it on a fork, and our guests get to enjoy it.
Welcome back to California Bountiful. You know, we recently met a family that has found greener pastures thanks to a whole new products line. Check it out. For years, we've been trying to answer the question of, where's the beef? But for this ranching family in San Luis Obispo County, they know exactly where it is, in their own backyard. Meet the Nick family of Nick Ranch in the Pozo Valley. Farming since 1918, the family is no stranger to livestock, having raised turkeys, pigs, and cattle over several generations. But 7 years ago, family patriarch Fred decided to try something different: grass-fed beef.
We're a small family operation, and with this we felt that we could actually make a living if we did it right.
My dad's always been a very forward-thinking rancher and ahead of the trend. So I was on board, although I think our neighbors and a lot of friends thought we were probably crazy.
As the name suggests, grass-fed beef is just that, cattle that grazes upon grass. So as important as raising the cattle is raising the grass. The concept may seem simple now, but to these lifelong ranchers, going back to basics and ranching this way took some getting used to.
It's a learning experience. Takes a lot of time, a lot of trial and error.
To me, I call it evolution. And you know, I born and raised here, wanted to be a cowboy. Now I'm a scientist. You know, we work with the soil instead of the cattle. Soil number one, grass, cattle. So it's all different from where we thought we were going to be. So that's the learning curve.
The family came up with different ventures to try and sell their beef. One of them being a ground beef sausage. Instead of the usual ground pork varieties, Fred's daughter Wanelle came up with the idea to try the beef variety, and in fun new flavors like French apple and garlic basil. But the family ultimately has the final say as they taste test all of the flavors before making a final group decision on what to market. Then Wanelle's daughter Johnny takes it from there and creates recipes to use the sausages in. Being a recent culinary grad, it's been fun for her to take the family product from the pasture to plate.
Now it's just working out great because my family's done the beef business and now we're marketing our meat to sell, and it's just been great. I get to cook with our own product that I've grown up with, and now I get to show everybody how great it is.
But Johnny doesn't have to look far for customers. Being the first organic grass-fed beef operation in San Luis Obispo County means garnering a lot of new fans, especially in the culinary world where they're always looking for new products from farmers and ranchers to spice up their menus. And that includes Chef Charlie. He discovered the products a few years ago thanks to a tip from a new employee, Johnny.
People are looking up to the chefs right now as where to go with food. You know, having somebody who's into it, knows about it, who cares about it, and wants to support someone local is really big. And it feels really good to know that my boss is supporting my family.
Okay, the reason that we chose to pair the items that went onto the pizza, and we used the prosciutto bacon in the sauce, is it's a very lean piece of meat that they made the sausage with, so it's lacking the fat factor. And so what we did is we added a little bit of that into the sauce, a little bit of the extra olive oil.
Good food from good soil, and it all truly starts with good people willing to work hard so that we can enjoy some good eats along the way.
It's really important to me. For one, this is where I was born and raised. Not only me, but my mom and my uncles. My grandpa was born and raised here. So it's pretty important to keep this going. And this is something that's good for people. So I feel really good about it. And it's just, it's a happy thing.
Hi, my name is Donna Insulaco. I'm the chef at Bountiful, and today I am preparing beef tenderloin or petite filet with a creamy horseradish sauce. So the first thing we're going to do is take the beef tenderloin. This is really a petite filet. It's a part of the tenderloin, but it's a muscle that comes off of the tenderloin. The first thing we're going to do is take olive oil and some rosemary and thyme and just lightly coat the meat, and then generously salt it and pepper it. Okay, and then we're going to pop it in the oven at 350 degrees for about 15 or 20 minutes. So we're taking a little no-fat Greek yogurt and a little non-fat sour cream and this is fresh horseradish. You can see I've peeled it, and then I simply grate it on like a cheese grater is fine for this until it should be about this fine. So we're taking the fresh horseradish now and we add it to the creams and stir it well to combine. And then salt. And the more salt you put in, the more you'll bring out the heat of the fresh horseradish, but not too much salt. Pepper. And then we add chopped parsley. You could also add chives if you like. Stir well. Okay, so now we pull the beef out of the oven. And if you like to use a thermometer, I like to take it to about 130 degrees for rare. When you're carving it, you want to carve against the grain. See, that's a nice piece of rare meat. And then you can just take it on your plate and put a little dollop of cream down, horseradish sauce. Okay, and there you have it, a beautiful rare piece of beef tenderloin with horseradish sauce.
And you can check out that recipe at our website, CaliforniaBountiful.com. And stay with us because there's more California Bountiful coming right up.
Hi, my name is John Ledbetter. I work at Boca Nova Restaurant in Jack London Square, Oakland, California. I love cooking with simple ingredients, seasonal ingredients. I like using the right things at the right times, and I like to do 10 ingredients or less, preferably always. What we do in this business is we highlight food. And you can't highlight food unless you're using the best of what you can get. And if you can't do that, you should either try to do it or you should go do something else.
Ciao, good morning. I'm Fabrizio Cercatore and today we are here at Italian. We're going to make a couple of pizza. We start from one of my favorite, that is a ligabue with pesto, because pesto is where I'm from, so it's one of my favorite pizza to make. Okay, this is a pretty simple pizza to make. Stretch the dough. Mozzarella cheese all around, and today we will put like a different version of the ligabue. We will add the sun-dried tomatoes. This is a perfect combination because between Italy and California. Sun-dried tomatoes from California and later pesto from Italy. Okay. Okay, in this oven the pizza will take about a minute to be ready, but if you cook at home with a good stone, you probably take like a couple of minutes, 3 minutes at 450 degrees at the oven at home. This one will be is about 700 degrees, so it will be like quicker. Now that the pizza is nicely cooked, we will add fresh pesto. Roasted pineapple and some pecorino romano cheese. It's really good.
Well, that is going to do it for the show today. If you have questions about any of the stories you've seen or any of those recipes, you can check them all out at our website, californiabountiful.com. And if you get a second, go to our Facebook site. Let us know what you think about the show. Give us a like, check out the behind-the-scenes photos, all that good stuff. And we'll see you again next week on California Bountiful.